Hi everyone, I hope you've enjoyed this week and the lives that I've been doing on getting creative. Um, Today I'm just going to go over really what we've been learning, what we've been looking at this week. Um, so on day one, we were looking at procrastination, something that we can face in any walk of life, in any job. That feeling that we can't achieve something, or we're putting it off because we don't think it will be good enough when we finished it. The fear of failure, fear of it falling short, particularly as creatives, fear that it's not going to be well received. People aren't going to like it. It's something that we all face, and often there are limiting beliefs behind it that have been going around in our brains, possibly all our lives. And there's a way of recognizing those, which we covered in day two, which I'll talk about in a minute. But how to tackle procrastination: eat the elephant one bite at a time. That's how you eat an elephant, one bite at a time. So you know break it down into really small chunks that are manageable. Use your SMART goals. Make SMART goals, so make sure they're achievable. Give yourself a time that you're going to have you will have done this task by. Essentially, the desire to achieve the thing, to create the book, to write the book, to create the piece of art, to write the play, to create the sculpture, whatever it is, to cook the meal. The desire to get that done, to complete that, has to be greater than the desire to stay where you are, the desire to not have achieved it. Remember to have a vision that you can revisit of you finishing that thing, you completing it, and how great you will feel, and maybe how well received it will be by people around you. Have that vision, and revisit that vision so that you create that desire to achieve it, to finish it. On day two, we looked at meditation and limitation. So, how you can use meditation to create some headspace, which will then allow your creativity in. So, reconnect with yourself, switch off all the distractions of the world, and allow yourself to watch the thoughts that are going across your mind, as if they are passing clouds. Okay, so not attaching yourself to them, not attaching yourself to the emotion that they create, realizing that they are just thoughts, they're not actually reality. Recognizing repeating thoughts that may keep coming back, often negative thoughts. These will be your limiting beliefs. So identify those and write them down, but then get rid of them in some way. Screw them up, screw up the paper, put a line through them, put delete next to them. Anything that, however you feel you want to do that, and think of something to replace them with, so that when that thought comes, you have to try. It's hard to start with because you're so used to thinking the same things, but find something to replace that negative thought with. Find a positive thought to replace it with. So we talked about the monkey mind. So that's the part of the mind that's restless, and always it's being fed really by external things, external distractions are feeding it. And we don't get time to connect with ourselves. We don't make time to connect with ourselves. And it's important. We if you want to be creative, if you want to feel that joy, which is a birthright, really. That is a birthright of humanity, is to feel creative, to feel joyful and connected, then you need to try and make some space for that. I also suggested the 2-minute listening meditation, where you just, you set your time for 2 minutes and you just close your eyes and make sure you're comfortable and just listen to whatever sounds you can hear and allow your mind to follow the sound. And that actually really helps to remove the focus from your thoughts and to get you back into the present moment. Okay, and day 3, we talked about inspiration and ideas. So making space for inspiration, making a clear channel for inspiration, because it is all around us. Being able to connect with inspiration by using gratitude. So looking at the amazing things in your life, however small, looking at the things that you've achieved in your life and really wondering at them, that sense of wonder, wow, that I did that, or that, how amazing that I'm here, how amazing that I survived that, being thankful for, for the things in your life that bring you joy. And also noticing anything magical in the universe, in the world around you, noticing coincidences, noticing maybe times where you've been pushed in a certain direction that, turned out to be the right way, and you feel it was meant to be. Okay, and yesterday, to prove that you're a creative being, to prove that you can create something unique, we did a bit of free writing. So we picked a word, which was leaf, and I joined in and we did some writing. And I hope that you enjoyed that. That was kind of a way of putting what we've been talking about, putting it into practice. It's just one way of doing it, because as much as I can sit here and say we're all creative, you do actually have to give yourself a little bit of a kick. I follow this guy called Mike Dooley, who is he's brilliant. So yeah, Google him. But he talks about, you can know where you want to go, you can know what you want to achieve, a bit like putting this in the sat nav, your destination. So for example, I know I want to write my novel by the 1st of September. I know I want the first draft done. I know that's my vision. But if I'm just sitting doing nothing, that vision is not going to come true. However much I inhabit that vision, however much love and energy I give to that vision, it's not actually going to happen unless I write the book. So what he says is, you can sit in your car. This is his analogy, which I love. You can put your destination into the sat nav. But unless you put your foot on the pedal, you're not going anywhere. You won't get there. So it's the same with creating something. So that little exercise we did yesterday was a bit like saying, right, come on, we're going to get our foot on the pedal a little bit. We're just going to get our foot on the pedal and press it down a little bit. So I hope you enjoyed that. And today I'm talking about dedication and repetition. Now, they sound a little bit more scary than the other lovely words like inspiration and creation. But they are important, and but they are also maybe the things that you most struggle with. I know certainly the repetition side of things I struggle with. Getting into a routine, I'm going to do this every day. I'm going to commit to doing this every day for me. So I'm going to commit to writing 300 words a day. But it's very easy to fall out of those habits. So you do need to be dedicated, but that's where the joy comes in. So find the joy in what you're doing. Find the joy in what you're creating. And then when you have to do it daily or weekly, however often, you can access that joy. And that's what brings you back to it. That's what brings you back to doing it repeatedly. because you're getting some joy from it, or even if it's not the act itself, but it's afterwards. So that's what will keep you dedicated. Dedicate each time each day, even if it's just 5 minutes, to connect with yourself. Not just for the purposes of being creative, for the purposes of being a happier person, for the purposes of being present in the moment, of actually enjoying your life as it's happening now. Because, the past is gone, that's gone, done with. The future is not happened yet. The only thing that's real is now. This is the only thing that's real. And daily, 5 minutes connecting with yourself, meditation, going for a walk, whatever it is that enables you to quieten your mind, that's a way of enjoying the moments in your life, these moments that are happening now. And it's not selfish to do that. It's not selfish to look after yourself. It's not selfish to connect with yourself. How can you give joy to the people in your life if you don't have enough in your life? If you don't have enough joy, how can you give to someone else? If your cup is empty, how can you give to anybody else? You can't. You just can't. It's like the thing in the aeroplane, isn't it? Put your own life jacket on before you put your children's life jacket on. Your initial response is no, because I want to save my children. But actually, you can't save your children if you're dead. This is a bit of an extreme example, but do you know what I mean? Like, you can't help somebody else if you're not at full capacity yourself, if you're not able to do it, to look after yourself. You can't inspire others if you're not inspired yourself. You must, it's the same with everything. It's the same with love. It's the same with energy. So it's important for not just for being creative, but for every, for your happiness and those around you, for the happiness of those around you. And repeat these practices so it becomes part of your life. And they say, I think it takes 21 days to form a habit. So if you can do it for 21 days, your brain will start to recognize that, and this is what we do at this time of day, or this is what we do every Monday, or, oh yeah, this is what we do, and it'll become easier. It will become easier. The more you focus on something, the more you will see of it. So the more you focus on joy and magic and inspiration, the more you'll get, because that is, that's just how it works. It is true, isn't it? If you're thinking about something, like if you're going to buy a new car and you're thinking about buying a certain type of car, you'll start seeing that car everywhere. It's if you think you're going to have a baby, you start seeing babies everywhere. What you think about the most, you will see more of. You will attract it to you. And in fact, we are the ultimate creators. We create our worlds. We decide what to think about things. It may not feel like a decision, but actually all these practices we've been talking about will teach you, or you will realize that it can be a decision. You can decide to think more positively about something. You can actually say, I'm not going to accept that thought. I'm going to replace it with this thought. How much more powerfully creative can you be, really? When you realize that, and when you start to do that in your life, it makes you realize that you are really and truly creative. And don't forget, we were designed to be creative. We've got a creative source. We've all got it. We've got a soul. We've got a mind. We've got a body. We are designed to be creative. We are designed to have ideas and bring them forth into reality. we've all got a bit of the universe or God or whatever you consider that ultimate power to be, nature, whatever it is, energy. We've all got that within us. In fact, everything you experience in the world has got that. We all share that. I love the expression that we're made of stars. We're actually made of stardust. If you think of it like that, that is pretty amazing. And I want you to carry that with you, and to know that you are the ultimate, we are the ultimate creators. Do it. Use these strategies. Get in touch with it. Get in touch with that creator source. Find that joy and see what comes out. It's very exciting. And if you have enjoyed this week, I'm putting out a course which I have revamped and redesigned to be completely online. It's called Relight Your Creative Fire. I did it as a physical course in a physical space a couple of years ago, and it had really great feedback. But I'm now doing it online, and it's going to be fantastic. It's going to delve into all the stuff I've been talking about today. And if you're interested, I will pop a link at the bottom of the video, and you can register your interest, and I will send you more information about it. But it can benefit you massively if you are a creative person who's feeling stuck, or even if you don't, you just want to, you're feeling stuck in your life anyway, and you want to access more joy and more inspiration. So I'll put a link about that under this video. I'd love to hear what you thought of the videos, and I just, really hope that they've benefited you, that you've enjoyed watching them, that you're feeling, inspired and ready to go and create something cool. So I will see you again soon. I'll pop on live again soon. Take care, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.